What is up, everyone? It's me, Duke Farley, back at it again here on Lost at Sea. And tonight we are talking week 13 of Big Brother 25. And it's me and Pat. Pat, glad to talk to you. Happy to see you again this week. What's been going on in your life and how have you been enjoying the show?
Well, thanks for having me, Duke. I'm always ecstatic to be here. Uh, Not a lot in my life, just working. Halloween's coming up, so gonna be working for that, so it should be fun. Um,
Any Halloween plans?
Not really. I got to work this weekend. We're having a big event at work, which should be fun, like a Halloween costume party. So I'm gonna dress up for that and serve some people.
As
I'm gonna be Superman. Actually,
take a look at the
little
garb.
little little Superman.
There you go. You got the cape.
No, I ain't got no cape. I ain't got when you're serving and you're running around, you don't want people,
Yeah. Also,
logistic.
context, he works at a place where they throw axes. So,
Yeah. So not the best. But how about you? What are you dressing up as? The Philly fanatic? You fucking traitor.
I'm thinking gritty, maybe. But that is to be determined. We don't know just yet what I'm gonna be, but we do know that somebody went home last week in Big Brother.
And the person who picked him to win is not here. Maybe that was strategic on Uncle Shane's part.
Uncle Shane picked Corey early on, and Corey looked good for the most of the game. Then got a little confident and
Smug.
a
A little smug.
little smug, and now he's out the door, second juror. So, what did you think of we were talking about Jag being a little bit of a pussyfoot and not putting up them right away, Corey in America, and then bing bam boom, the double veto was thrown into play, and he kind of was his hand was forced, we could say.
Yeah, yeah. Which I still don't understand why it was. Like I just I think that's crazy that he would have gone after Blue. I still think that Jag played it incorrectly, personally, but you know, he recovered very well, you know, and kind of saved his own ass because of how big of a target Corey was. And,
Mhm.
just good on him for saving it, but I'm still like baffled by that move.
Shocked by Blue not really giving him much grief on, the whole,
She couldn't
line
care
about not.
less.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yeah, totally understand. That's fine." I would have been like, "What the fuck? What? Why was I the target?"
Yeah.
I think she was just so happy that Corey was going to be leaving that you know I I guess she overlooked the fact that she was the main target and they were best friends, and it kind of came out of nowhere. So I guess that we can just look past that.
Yeah. And it kind of stems into this week. We'll get into it, but
Yeah.
kind of interesting reactions by Corey and America once their fate was sealed that one of them was going home. America super emotional, very outward with her emotions towards Jag. And Corey kind of just like kind of played it as cool as he could. Um,
Yeah, the edit didn't help right before they got blindsided because they're both like Corey's just being the most smug we've ever seen him, and Jag's not gonna put me up, and I'm gonna be going after him next week. So should be easy week, and then immediately Corey, you are my. He's like, I should have been talking all that shit. Fuck. Which I was like, as soon as Blue won, as soon as like Jag and Blue both won, I was like, how like do you not have this on your radar at all? Like I think he must have kind of felt it, but from what it seems, he was like lit like uh, everything's fine. It's all good. I don't know. Did you get that impression that he was like truly blindsided?
no, I don't think he was truly blindsided. I think he had a idea that that was going to happen. because he said it in his goodbye speech. He said it in his confessionals, like Jag should be doing this. I would not be surprised if he does this, and then he does it. So I think he kind of knew. Maybe he was saying that he didn't know before the show, and they were telling him to say that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Definitely not great on America to just, I mean, listen, that's a shitty situation. I mean, you kind of feel for them, but at the same time, you're like, you two should probably go up. You guys are very clear the targets, and you guys are kind of being smug about everything. But for her to just like attack Jag, and it's like, they haven't voted anyone out yet, and I think, and you kind of got them into this situation. To be fair, you know, so maybe shut up. And it's also like, you're on an island, and if you don't win HOH next week, everyone's likely going home. So maybe let's not call everyone idiots and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know.
she goes ahead and does it, but she ends up staying. Did you think there was any shot that Corey could save himself? Because there seemed to be some people that were open to it, but
I
ultimately, I don't think everybody. There were the votes were not there. It seems like.
No, I think like he did have a very good pitch. I mean, the only way he saves himself is if he completely threw America under the bus, which he wouldn't do. Um, because they're in a relationship, and if you want to be a fucking asshole, then throw America under the bus. But he's not that kind of guy. So I was like, there's no way and the argument to keep both of them, I think, is kind of the same, but it's worse for Corey, just because he's proven to be very, you know, uh, very, strategic, and like he can win comps, and he's like, in America really hasn't done, or from what we've seen, she can do that, but like it's not as outwardly forward as Corey. And the pitch to keep him is like, well, I'll keep going after them, they'll keep going after me, you guys won't be the target. It could be the same. It's the same thing with America. So you keep the lesser threat that is going to be doing the same thing Corey is. So it was like, there is logistically no reason why anyone should keep you, because you and America are essentially the same. In my opinion, I think Corey's just a bigger threat.
Yeah, Corey's definitely the bigger threat to win the game, I think, at that point. But I think with the other players like Suri, Felicia, and even Blue, those were the three votes he was going after. He was kind of like, I had more of an opportunity to win a competition and actually follow through with a shot at Matt and
On
Jag.
Yeah,
But I think
which,
that,
hindsight, probably should have.
yeah, hindsight, I mean, Jag, he is going on a run here. He's won on HOH back-to-back weeks, veto back-to-back weeks. He ends up winning the next HOH off of the invisible HOH, and he goes after your winner pick and, America. Those were the initial nominees. The big, I guess, talk of the town this week was, you know, do we finish, off the Corey and America duo, or do we take out Blue here because she's shown that she can compete in competitions and will be a competition threat to, Matt and Jag. And then throw in the little mix of Felicia completely ratting out Sari and what she said. Um,
Yeah, it
kind
was.
of kind of a mess here. What did you think of all that stuff?
I thought, number one, I think everyone, Blue, the one veto Blue won was complete. That veto competition, Jag holding on and guessing the time, really not. That's not a competition beast. That's just like, let's throw a number out there. You know, I guess it was a smart guess, but like, and I know Blue is I've completely flipped my opinion on Blue. I'm all on Blue. Like, I was in on Blue, kind of annoyed me. Now I'm back in, you know, and that's the great
It's
thing
been a
about it.
roller coaster.
real roller coaster. And you know, she's kind of putting on, and you know what? I like that. I think you gotta get rid of America. I don't know why blue. Like I feel like blue is loyal. Why are we like I get it. Everyone's gonna go after Matt and Jag, and if Matt and Jag don't see that, that's crazy. It's like, why are you gonna keep America when America's gonna put you up? Blue, you know, she might people might get in her ear about like Suri and the Felicia and the Bowie might get in Blue's ear, but it's like Blue owes everything to Matt and Jag, kind of, you know. And you could say the argument that Jag did initially was gonna get her out, so maybe there's
Twice.
an angle twice, but it's like it's the same thing with America. It's like, but they're closer with Blue, so why would you not go with Blue? Obviously, like I don't, you know, I think it's I think you gotta get rid of America if I'm Jag and Matt. And by the way, I think if Matt wins HOH, there it's over. This is pretty much
Game check
locked and sealed.
match. I think it's the opposite, actually. I think that Matt and Jag want to get rid of Blue, and I think the House will not get rid of Blue. I think that the vote's going to come down. They're going to vote out America because I think they're like, first of all, when I say they, it's Suri, right? Suri is the one that is kind
Yeah,
of running.
Felicia and Bowie really aren't pulling any strings here.
Yeah. So it's Suri, and she definitely recognizes, okay, Jag cannot compete in HOH next week. We need somebody that can basically compete with Matt for HOH so they don't
Wait,
have power.
yeah,
So I'm going to put my money on Blue as opposed to America, who hasn't shown much in any of the
yeah,
competitions at this point. So Cerise's side of the house should be
for
trying
Blue.
to keep Blue.
Yeah,
Whereas Matt and Jag, obviously opposite, they want Matt to, get the HOH or Bowie, I guess, at this point. I don't really know where Bowie stands or if she's actually with them or not.
yeah,
But get rid of Blue here and, just try to
yeah.
comp out.
That's that is yeah, that makes sense. I don't understand from Matt and Jag's perspective. I guess it's gonna be it's you got to win out now
Yeah.
because if you don't, I mean, if Bowie wins, maybe, but I still think Serene Felicia would be like, you have to put them up. They're gonna win, and it's getting to the point now. If they don't, they're going up. It's the
Yeah.
only way they're gonna win. So I guess, but like I feel like if I'm Matt and Jag, you just have to keep testing the waters with Blue's relationship. It's like I thought they were closer. I mean, but that is the thing. Jag was initially going to go after, and she knows that. So that's like that's easy ammunition for Saray to just be like, if Blue were to win, be like, hey, they were going to get you out, put them up, and if you don't, we're all good. Well, they're going to win. So you're right, Duke. Maybe they see that as well.
Because you got
But
to. I mean, at this point, it's like now at this point, everybody's competing for every single veto because
yeah,
it'll be down to the final six. So you have the backing of, okay, um, Blue will be able to compete for veto next week as well if she's still in the game. And you're just banking on somebody other than Matt winning and
yeah,
put your your whatever your eggs in Blue's basket. I think is the best idea.
yeah. I think Blue and Saray are in a fairly good because I think the target is America on the side of the house. Maybe not Matt and Jag's target, but I think America goes this week, and then it turns into just who wins HOH. Like if it's anyone other than Matt, they're going up, but everyone competes in uh, veto. So that's another interesting thing where it's like you can force somebody to, and I don't know what powers are going to be left, but you know, forcing someone to put someone else up. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how Matt and Jag because I think they're clearly going to win if they keep winning.
Now that we're talking through it, I think this vote's going to be interesting too, because
Yeah.
we have Blue and America as the final nominees. We have Jag, who cannot vote. Matt,
Yeah.
Bowie Jane, Suri, and Felicia are the votes. So there's 4 votes. Suri is going to vote out America. She wants to vote out America.
Yeah.
We have Matt, who's probably going to vote out Blue. We have an interesting dynamic between Matt and Suri, where they're pretty close. But now Jag feels some type of way about Suri, with Felicia, going behind Suri's back and revealing the information that she told. We have an interesting relationship between Suri and Felicia now. If they can compare notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is,
So
is Felicia and Suri on the same page? Bowie Jane seems to be on Matt and Jag's side. So we might see a 2-2 split here, or 3-1 either way. And 2-2 split, it just plays in the favor of Jag. So
yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's it. I feel like nobody's ever on the same page as Felicia. It's crazy. Like,
Felicia's
like,
playing a different game this season.
oh my God. And it's like it was fine. It was all good. And then you just had to fucking go, like, I guess you're trying to set yourself up, but like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because they keep talking about this Final Four with Matt and Jag, Suri and Felicia.
Yeah.
Are they going to have a conversation where they're like, all right, guys, I think we should vote out Blue, because Jag did not let Felicia in on that plan. Now Felicia went behind, it's just, this
It's
next
gonna
episode is going to be interesting.
be yeah. Who do you think is in the best position right now?
Before Felicia ratted out Suri, I was like, damn, I think I picked a winner this season. But now
Yeah.
that there's all that confusion going on, I still I like I like Matt's position right now, just because if if somebody is able to take a shot at that duo, he just has to beat Jag in a veto competition to save himself, and then I think he's scot-free for a while, or till the end, basically. And then really, whoever survives between Blue and America this week, I think will be make it maybe to the end of the game too.
Yeah.
Um, with a mix of, and then you could see Felicia being dragged to the end and being one of the people that, or Bowie being dragged to the end and being a person that somebody takes over somebody else.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
don't
the
know.
big players are going to start to get like Jag's got to win out, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I think one of the only like if Matt wins HOH, that Jag is safe because I don't think they're not going to back on each other, which is like the
Yeah.
only duo that's ever this season that it's not throwing each other under the bus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if Matt wins, Jag's in a really good spot HOH wise. But yeah, everything changed. Everybody rats on each other, so it's impossible to even like everything changes so fast, especially with this season. Like you just never know.
You don't. And that's the thing. It's like, I mean, you don't. This next episode is going to reveal a lot. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how the whole Felicia ratting out Syria thing works itself out.
What did you think of that? What was like? Do you think
You know,
that's a
it's,
smart move?
I was, that's the same. I was watching with Bree this morning, and she asked me, "Do you think that's a smart move?" And I was like, "It's a move. I don't really know, because I thought Suri was Felicia's ticket to the end of the, like, her best chance of getting to far, but now
Yeah,
she just ratted out Suri. So I don't really know. It seemed like she was trying to get Suri nominated, and she
yeah,
almost got that accomplished. But I don't think that was good for her, but maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I was also like, I don't, because all like the past few episodes, it's been Felicia, Cerebral, being like, let's lay low, let's let them fight each other out. We're
It's
just
been
gonna be
great.
in the back. Great, that's the way to do this because you have these two duos going at each other. It's World War III in there, and you got you guys in the background, and then you're just gonna rat on your fucking closest ally, and it's like I don't. That's another thing I don't, because that's gonna come to Cerise's attention, and then it's gonna be because Felicia's also done this before. Like
Yeah.
this is not new, and I think everyone kind of knows that. So
That's
it's
why Jack
like,
didn't want to tell her anything.
yeah, and it's like she's always like, waste of a week, this and that. Like very, she is confrontational, and I guess that's a noble thing, or like that's just who Felicia is.
That's Mama Fee.
The only reason why Felicia has made it this far is because she cannot win a competition to save her life. That is the, like, if she had had a few competitions, like she had won HOH, but I guess that was just a luck one. But like if she actually like won a few there's no way she would have made it this far. Just the way her social game is. It's crazy. Like
You
she
don't like
rats on.
you don't like Miss Felicia pulling out random food out of her robe.
Oh, that well, and listen, I love Mama. Well, she's great and like great to watch, and I'm sure great to hang out with. As a game player, I wouldn't talk to her ever about game because it's like she's gonna go talk to someone. Like I know for a fact if I try to, I mean, this is goes for everyone in this cast. Everyone who says anything, they just go and tell and try to position it. So it's like I literally can't tell you anything. So,
Yeah.
but even when even when you're in a showmance with the person and you're literally in love and banging, you can't tell them anything because then they're gonna blow up the whole fucking.
Just
That's
in
it.
case you're eliminated, they need another ally.
Fuck. It's like, god damn, dude. It's brutal.
Listen, loose lips, they sink ships, and a lot of sinks ships have been sunk.
Say that 3 times fast.
That was tough. Um, but yeah, I mean, who I always love talking about who is in the best position to win the game, but who, if they get to the end of the game, like how would you rank it? Like if they get to the end of the game and they are able to pitch to the jury, who are you liking their chances?
I I think in my head, I think it goes like I want to put Suri up there, but when you really think about it, she had an unreal advantage that
Yeah,
was like kind of not utilized in the best way. Like she came in with a very clear advantage, and I think if like after week 8, you would have asked me, I would have been like, "Oh, Suri, 100%." I think based on like game, like the second half of the game, Jag has just come alive. So I think
yeah.
if Jag makes it, he's also nice guy. Everybody likes him. I think he's got a few more competitions wins than Matt. He's been kind of like a brother to Matt. Made this duo, stuck to it. The Minutemen. I think he has a very good story, and I think he can. I think if he sells it correctly, I think Jag, and then Matt and Sari are kind of on the same wavelength, where it's I don't think Matt is. I think Matt is a lot smarter than people give him credit for, but I do think that he's not very. I don't think he could articulate that to a
Yeah.
jury. I think Suri would have a better chance of being like, "Hey," because she's been there. But I think if you look at the like what they've done, I think Matt's done a little bit more. Based on like competitive. I mean, and also Suri like socially has really integrated herself.
I think Matt has the best social game of the season overall
Yeah,
because he's able to, kind
everybody
of
loves.
everybody loves him, and he's never been in danger really, except for Heisem all the way back when Heisem was potentially looking at Matt. But
Yeah.
I do think that he'll have a tough time articulating that, like in because it's tough to explain, explain that in like a bullet point in a speech. Like Jag has things that he could
Like,
say.
yeah,
Yeah, Jag
you
has
can't
things that
say
he could exactly. So it's like I agree with that. But if Suri gets to the end of the game, she's got a great underdog story too, because it's been
all of her
two
allies.
sides. All her allies eliminated. She was able to, stay in it. Her number one ally in the second half of the game was a complete wild card that she had to, corral at times. So
Yeah,
it's like, but what about Blue or America? One of them's going to go home, but do you think one of them has a shot at the end? Say up against Matt. Say up against Matt. Say somehow they get to the end and they're up against Matt. Do you think they have enough to pitch against Matt?
I think I don't think Blue does. I think America does. I think but that's also tough too, because again, you can make the argument my showmance was eliminated. I had to figure like that kind of they both kind of have that. I think America is definitely way more. I think America's probably made bigger strategic moves, like the whole Jared blow up. I mean, that was kind of her. Corey kind of took the forefront of that, but that would also be kind of tough to sell to a jury, I guess.
But she
But I think
does have Corey in the jury that will help sell it.
will help sell it. So that is true. So I think America has a little bit more of an edge than like, you know, out of like who could compete against Matt. I think America would have a better chance than Blue would. But you know, and also America being a super fan, like I think she kind of knows how to what to say, what not to say, but and it does help that she has Corey in the jury to help sell that. So, and that's a definite vote, which that's also another thing going back to the vote. She has a definite vote for the jury. So
Yeah.
that could be a little
And it's a small jury this season, only seven.
yeah. So every vote matters. They could easily if I'm Blue, I'm like, he's got a definite vote in there. I don't. So
Would you say that the best final two that this season could offer right now would be Jag versus Suri? And then would you say that the worst final two would be Bowie Jane versus Felicia?
I would agree with both of those. I think that I mean if
Which one would
in a
you want to
world
see more?
I kind of want to see Bowie Jane and Suri or and Felicia. That would be a monstrosity of a final two. Like both of them just kind of not really everyone's just pissed off that they made it. Like BB25, it's like, oh, what the fuck? But yeah, I think Jag and Suri would be the best final two.
Yeah, that would be fun. Like the
I don't
Minutemen
think
would be fun,
I don't think there's a world where that happens though.
where either of
I don't
them.
no, I don't think either of them would take either of them to the
Yeah. I could only imagine what that would like, what those speeches would be like, and what the jury questioning would be like. So
so
bitter.
Bo I don't know, how's your day going? Oh, it's great, yeah. Fucking down under.
Ugh.
Dude, it every time Bowie comes on, I'm like, oh my god, I've completely forgot about you.
Bowie almost lost trust in Matt and Jag there for a second because of Corey, which I was like, Corey making moves when he's not even in the game. Crazy.
Yeah, I do like that. He kind of did that Cam thing where he was just like, I'm just gonna throw shit at the wall, just try to see what sticks. I was like, I respect that. Corey was like, and I liked Corey, and he was definitely a fun player to watch. And when that whole Jared thing, I was like Team Corey, and then he got a little high in his britches, but great play, like thoroughly. I would love to see him play again. Like,
Do you think you would have liked him more this season if he hadn't gotten in the showmance?
yes,
Yeah.
I think I would have liked him a lot more if he wasn't because I it definitely limited him. Like
Yeah.
and great. I'm glad he found love and came into as a man. That's great. But he definitely sidelined his game. Definitely because when you think about it, America kind of fucked everything up.
A little bit.
Not like everything. Like I think that was bound to happen, but like it didn't help that
Right.
America had a conversation with Blue, as if Blue is not gonna
I
fucking
think,
say.
yeah, I think Corey said it really well in his exit interview, like, because Julie asked him about America's the conversations that America had with Blue, and he was his answer was real. I thought was good. Was Jag was kind of looking for. I think Jag was looking for a reason to nominate us, so I think that was the thing that's sold him on it. Um, but I just think like even Blue in the showmance that she was in with Jared, I think it takes so much away from the individual player because the edit all we see is them together and just them as a duo. I think it takes away from the individual person and the individual player, like what they could be in the game when you have a showmance that's attached
Yeah,
to it. And the
and
added pressure of people knowing in the open that that's a public showmance that will vote together, do whatever together.
yeah,
It's tough to overcome that.
it is. And you know, there are instances where it works out, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
And it's it's difficult because, and again, there's the romantic part of it where you like fall for someone and then you care about them more than the game. And it's like, okay, I don't want to see this person leave or their dreams to be crushed. And when you feel for someone like that, it's like it sucks because it's like you forget, you put the blinders don't come off. You're just focused on that. It blends together too much. You can't separate game and personal when you're both banging each other. It's tough,
The
but
Constitution.
kind of, uh, but yeah, no, I think I would have liked both of them more if they weren't together. Like I think they're both very good players. Like I mean, America's, I think a very could have been a highly strategic. And I think she wasn't like a big competition beast, but that doesn't really matter. But I think I would have liked them both more if they were just like in an alliance together. Or I think they probably would have. I don't think Corey would have gone out as fast. I mean,
And hey,
they both made it very far, but
they both made it very far, and America could still win the game. So
that is true.
maybe this is a success story that we just are six
Don't know yet.
weeks too early on.
Exactly. So hey, maybe that'd be cool. Prove me wrong.
Prove
Mm,
them wrong. Oh wow. But shit, I think we covered a lot. I'm excited to see this next episode on Wednesday night
I'm
and or on Thursday night, live eviction. See who goes home and teasing a double eviction. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the shot will be taken at Jag here at the double eviction? That's where the big guys go down.
That is, and I think if you gotta clutch up here, you gotta. That would be nuts. That would suck. That I would not like. Okay, God damn.
Gives you a little
But
bit, think back to last season when Michael was eliminated here on the second double eviction,
iconic,
clawing at his way, Brittany with the stun face.
iconic double eviction. Maybe we're getting some. I'm getting deja vu a little bit. It's not.
Do you think Matt would have the same reaction as Brittany though?
I think you wouldn't even know what's going on. You'd be like, "Fuck." You'd be like, "What happened?"
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. I'm excited to see it. But shit, Pat, appreciate you coming on
Appreciate
as
you having.
always.
Let's get
And
lost.
I'm leaving that in.